Alright, so I get asked about this tiger knee thing over and over again. Over and over again. Over and over again. Over. It's like ASMR, right? Killing me softly, putting me to sleep. And I've explained how you do it multiple times. You could watch the stream to Twitch. You know, before I get into show how you do this too, one of the annoying things about doing these kind of like voiceovers and just going on stream is I have to unplug my controller, which then makes it wireless, and maybe it's just me, but I feel like there's actually an extra little bit of lag when I do this, and I can hear nothing. So I don't know what is up with the microphone, but my microphone doesn't work if I plug in my controller to the PS4, so that makes it extremely annoying. Anyway, so how does the tiger knee thing work? And I've said this before. The tiger knee thing is actually one of the few things that I've done that I think is actually not super realistic. There are certain things you could do for it to make it more realistic. You know, there's the kind of like stuff where you're not exactly on the corner. Like there's the, you're kind of like doing that, and then you switch over, and then because you're getting the guy in an exact position, to whip one of the hits. So if you had someone on your team that was like, because then that pulls them there, you know what I mean, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And that gives you a more specific distance, right? Like that kind of stuff I think you could actually teach yourself to do, right? But some of the straight corner stuff is actually very difficult, and it's actually some of the hardest stuff I've done in the game. For sure. It would be stuff that I would be very iffy about even going for, right? And so you're thinking, why is it so hard? And I've showed off various examples. Like you could also do, it's a little bit easier, and I use that very loosely on some characters, right? But of course it's possible on, Anyway, for one of the things you got to remember about the tiger knee is that the first hit always kind of does the same thing, right? So that's one, right? A little bit farther away. Yeah, sorry, my bad. A little bit farther away, still did one. 28, right? 28, even though it hit later, right? So that move kind of has like a set bit of stun, right? So if you're thinking that the move has a set bit of stun, no matter where it is, so even when I'm in the air then, no matter where that hits, you know what I mean? I'm pausing, so I'm trying to show you guys how to do this. No matter where they are, when it hits, it's kind of changing maybe the feeling of what you're trying to do, right? Because the guy has to, their body has to start flipping at a specific distance, right? So what you want to do is, and hopefully this doesn't take too long because I'm going to try to pause while I'm showing it, right? Wait, I think I have to do, what is this setup? This is just a medium to this, right? Boom, boom, boom. So you want to find a setup where the knee would always hit at a specific time that you could learn. Because remember, if the knee hits at a different spot, you know what I mean? It's going to be changing your, when you want to do it. Because the guy always flips at a certain timing for the first knee. Because the knee always does a specific thing no matter what. So, and you can do it with, you can do this with light or medium. It doesn't really matter. It's just a matter of like, can you actually fucking time it? And like I said, it actually is one of the hardest things I've done in the game, no doubt, right? But I'm glad I got to show it was humanly possible. Unfortunately, I do think it's not super realistic. It's very iffy, but I have no problem telling you if I would go for something or if I wouldn't, right? So you want to pay attention to the way that Goku's body is actually. So you see how Goku's body is actually a horizon, right? He's kind of like horizontal, right? So that's what you want to do. So you see it's going to miss. And then Goku's legs are going to flip up and then hit into the knee, potentially, right? Oh, I fucked it up, I could tell, right? So that's basically what you want to do. That's the idea, right? So Goku's body is a horizontal, and then it's going to flip vertically, and that's what it eventually allows it to work. And that's how you basically do it, right? So it's a matter of timing. I'm going to be trying to pause this while I show it, so it's going to be a little bit difficult. No, I think I fucked it up one. Yeah, fucked it up. I gotta do this. Nah, I think that's bad, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Nah, 1 frame off. Yeah, see, I was 1 frame off there, but you see what I'm getting at? boom. Oops, I hit the wrong button because again I'm trying to pause when I'm showing you motherfuckers. Oh, this is gonna work, I think, yep. So did you see? There you go. That's how you do the Tiger Knee link, right? Should I go for a double? I don't think I'm gonna be able to hit a double like this, but boom, boom. You want to hit at a specific distance. Delay a little bit. Nah, see, I fucked it up. I get it wrong look. Anyway, that's basically how you do the Tiger Knee link. You want the guy to be flipping into the knee. There are certain things, like I could tell you, like Goku's body is actually one of the easy people to do it on. I'm using that very loosely, right? Like, yeah, see, I hit it again right there. Goku's body is one of the easy people to do it. I could tell you, like, if I took the game seriously, for certain characters like Goku, I might go for one. I actually might, you know what I mean? I might go for that one, but a lot of characters are extremely, extremely fucking hard to hit it. You know, and there's other characters you can do stuff like, and I showed, it's like, I don't think Goku, this one really, or at least not realistically, but you go boom, 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 you whip the first one, and then you want them to start flipping into it, right? So you go boom, 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 slight delay. He's going to be a horizon, that thing will boom. Ooh, this one might hit. Oh, it didn't hit. I actually thought that might hit. But that's how you do it. That's another way you can do it. When we're talking about corner to corner. But it is extremely fucking difficult. It's one of the hardest combos I've done in the game. It is a very, very difficult combo. It is one of the few, you know what I mean? And I've done a lot of fucking crazy combos with Vegito. Those instant kill combos with that, you know what I mean? I would tell you, if I was playing the game seriously, I would go for them. You know what I mean? There's a lot. I can tell you if I would go for a combo or not. Most of the Gogeta combos, a lot of his optimal stuff is actually, unfortunately, it's a little too hard to go for, generally speaking. Like, I mean, certain things, you know what I mean? Like, if you have a character like Vegito, they could be like, you know what I mean? Because then he could set that kind of shit up. Again, I'm trying to pause, because then you get the kind of behind the back hit. That stuff I actually do think you could teach yourself to do in some situations. That's not as unrealistic because you're always going to be at a set distance, whereas when you're straight corner to corner, it's very difficult. Very fucking difficult. You know what I mean? It's like, well, other people really haven't done it besides me, so no shit, it's difficult, right? But, you know, I'm glad I got to show it, that it was possible. I think a way that you could make it more realistic is, you can make the move do another frame of stun, right? And you could be like, well, now I'm going to try to time it badly. I'm going to try to time this really badly, so to show what I'm talking about. So first of all, it could do another hit of stun, right? This should be badly. Yeah, see? Wait, I should try to time this early to show what I'm talking about. Trying to, like, purposely miss combos. Yeah, okay. How should I show this when I'm purposely trying to miss? So you see when his knee goes up, right? Look at that little wave, the little wave on the little like wind mark on his like the blue thing, right? I think if you made it, once it expands like that, if you made the hitbox, so the hitbox is kind of just his legs, right? But I think if you made it so once the wind comes out of his legs, if you gave it like another frame of a hitbox that kind of just extended downwards. So you extended the hitbox downwards really quickly, right? Then I think that would actually make that, because I'll show you what I'm talking about here. This is actually might be a good example. Let me just get Saw in here real quickly. Just trying to show you, like, again, a way that would make this combo much more realistic, I guess, right? So besides, I guess you could make it a frame easier. You wouldn't want to make it too much easier because it's pretty damn close to being pretty easy, actually. You know what I mean? It's actually pretty close to being extremely realistic and not very thought out whatsoever, actually. But, you know, there's a little bit of a trick to it, I guess. But let me see if I could show you some. You know, if I'm like mid-screen, like this is what I'm talking about, right? So like, if I'm doing like this, boom. Like, look at this. This misses. Why the fuck does that miss, right? So, again, because the hitbox on it is actually kind of wonky, right? So this is going to miss, right? So I could see that missing, right? But then boom, when like the little circle comes out, that little like the little wave explosion, make the move have an extra 1 frame where the hitbox expands, right? And then you could actually get some cooler combos, more realistic combos, instead of this being, you know, well, it's a legitimate just frame, right? Again, I'm gonna try to time it badly to show you. Boom. Boom. Ah, come on. Try to time it badly. Time it badly so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Besides it doing like another frame of stun, right? I think this is bad again, no? Again. No, fuck it. Yeah, see, that's going to be a frame off, but anyway, the point is, so when the guy flips, because this knee actually, when you do it, this actually, the medium knee especially, does a lot of stun. So you can actually whiff this second part pretty damn easily. Like, I think you can actually even do it in the corner, right? If I'm just like this, right? Let's see. I'm going to be too low there. Trying to pause while I do shit for you motherfuckers. Boom. Boom. Well, whatever. The point is, make the move's hitbox expand actually a little bit right before it stops. For like 1 more frame, right? Maybe make the move do 1 more frame of stun, and make the move's hitbox expand, and have it give like another stray hitbox, and boom. It would be still slightly skillful, but much easier. See, even giving it those 2 extra frames might be too much. I think just 1 frame would be fine. Maybe, like I said, I don't think you... 2 frames, I would be really iffy. You would have to let me play around with it, right? But another frame for sure, and I think you could see people doing it. Because as it is right now, it's a legitimate just frame in that situation. You know, when you're not in the corner, you know, this kind of shit, when I'm doing that kind of shit, like from that distance, that's actually not a just frame. You can actually time that. You have some time to do that. That's why I think you could actually teach yourself how to do that one. But anyway, people keep asking me about this shit over and over again, so I keep telling you guys that's how you do it. So here's another video explaining how you do it. I showed it multiple times. So again.